Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to take a look at who you should get with your 14th Red Dragonstone or the Red Dragonstone 14. So this is going to be a very short or a shorter version of the video. I have gone through these previously, so I will put those down in the description below. But essentially we'll just go through the two new units that have been added to the Redstone in the form of the Tech Paikuhan and the Wrathful Agl Broly. Both of these units have easy A's, and we'll just take a more in-depth look at these two, and then I'll give you guys like my top 6 or 7 or so picks out of all of the bunch. So these will just be my top 6 picks. It'll obviously be dependent on your box. If you already have the general rule is if you already have 2 dupes in these units, don't bother picking up another copy of them with the stone, rather start working on something else. There's no real need to go and rainbow any unit after 2 dupes. So Tech Paikuhan, obviously his easy air makes him a tech type lead. That's not really super important, but the main thing is that his super attack greatly lowers attack and defense. He also gains a pretty good attack stat. He has attack along with also gaining attack and defense upon super attack, and he also provides defense for Otherworld Warriors category units. His link set is a little bit wonky. It's probably the wonkier of the link sets in terms of units, because Paikuhan kind of links well with units like Nail, but not really on the same category. And also he only has 5 categories, which isn't the greatest, and realistically you can only really use him on Otherworld categories, Worthy Rivals, and maybe Saviors. That's really going to see, Otherworld Warriors. That's really going to be where you see him shine, but other than that you might struggle a little bit. Then, you know, of course, the next unit that was added on is the Agl Wrathful Broly, a unit that's pretty good. He stacks attack and defense for 3 turns on his super attack. He's a Pure Saiyans lead and an Extreme Agl lead, which is actually a very, very good leader skill, especially for new players. And also in terms of his passive, he gains defense whenever he gets hit. Whenever he fires a super attack, he gains attack whenever he obviously, receives a hit. And he has a decent amount of starting attack and defense. He also gains ki. His link set is a lot better than Paikuhan's, just because he has things like Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepared for Battle, Shocking Speed. He's got a couple key links going on there, which makes him, work a lot more on different teams. In terms of categories, he's only really one better off though, with 6 categories. The best categories he's going to perform on will be movie bosses and Pure Saiyans. But he's a really good unit, I think, for new players to have. That Saiyan category lead skill is very powerful for new players. Since Saiyans obviously make up so many units, it allows them to kind of run a somewhat coherent team to start Dokkan Awakening and things like that. So in terms of the rest of the units, we'll just kind of go through my top picks, and I'll touch on briefly each one, but I don't think it's really that needed. So the first pick is Strength Gogeta. He's one of the very good picks. Easy A's into a super class lead, does high levels of damage, and links well on a fusion team, which is a very limited category still. Janemba, very, very exceptional unit, has evasion, has guard, can hit very hard, his link sets made him stay relevant, and yeah, he's just a very tanky unit, great for movie bosses, really awesome unit to have, has a good link set as well, very solid one. Strength, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, a crucial tank for Super Saiyan 3 category teams, very, very powerful unit, has a stun, and just one of the best tanks in the game for short form content. Still to this day, which is very good. Then we have Strength Topo, a very good utility based unit, provides really solid support to multiple units on his category, very reliable unit, a unit that does a lot of work and can beef up the rest of his team. Then of course we have Agl Caulifla, very, very good unit, good on a Universe 6 team, has a lot of evasion, countering, things like that, decent defensively, along with physical Kale. Both of these are kind of needed as well for a lot of events right now and will help you with a lot of easy A areas and that, so I do suggest picking them up. And then finally, the Kaioken Goku and the Scouts of Vegeta. Both of these guys lead the Goku and Vegeta's family respectively, which are very good category leads, especially after their easy A's when they get beefed up. And they're both very, very good units that have a lot of utility and are great in long form events. So yeah, barring these guys, which I think are probably the most notable picks out of the new units, I think I would definitely add in Agl Broly. But I think if you're looking for some side selections, like let's say you've done those guys, this Super Saiyan Goku, very solid stunning unit. I've used him in the ESBR recently. The Majin Buu or the Evil Buu, a very, very good unit, especially if you are facing Majin Buu category enemies. Still a very solid utility unit, floating type unit. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta AGL, very good defensive unit in the right situations, can tank God of Destruction level events. And then Agl Broly, just a very good base leader skill, very solid unit, and still pretty decent even in today's content. Look, he's not going to tear up trees, but he shouldn't let you down too much. But yeah, that's really it. So a shorter video, but obviously I hope it helped you guys with who to pick. And yeah, otherwise leave a comment down below or leave a like on the video. Let me know who you guys picked or who you think you should pick. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. But until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.